Hey everybody, Ryan here at eTrailer. Today on our 2020 Cadillac XT4, we're going to be taking a look at the CURT Premium Hitch-mounted bike rack. So the rack that we have here today can hold up to a total of 4 bikes, but if you're looking to carry an additional one, there's a 5-bike version available as well. Now with that being said, kind of my first impressions, I think this is going to be a great, manageable, easy way to carry around a lot of bikes. And honestly, I think if you're someone that likes to leave their bike rack on maybe through the week and not have to deal with it when the weekend rolls around and you want to go ride, I think this actually looks pretty good on the back of the Cadillac as well. So before we get too carried away, I just want to address one of the big questions that we always get asked in regards to hitch-mounted bike racks, and that's if you're going to be able to have full access to the back of your SUV. Well, this one does fold down out of the way and gives us the ability to do that. And we can make that happen by moving down here to this area. There's a few things we need to do. First one being this knob here. If you just loosen that up a few turns, then you can come to this pin and clip, pull out the clip, pull out that pin. And then if you see right here, we have a T-handle. You can pull up on that, and that allows us to swing the rack down into this position. So with it like that, we're going to have more than enough room to get into the back of our Cadillac, get whatever we might need in and out. Then when we're all done, we can simply close it up, flip this into that stored position, reinstall our pin and clip, and lock it back down. The way the rack works is very simple. It's going to hold your bike down in 3 different spots. So we're going to have 2 straps here along the top tube and a strap down here. And this is actually going to act as an anti-sway. That's going to help prevent that side-to-side movement. That way you don't have to worry about your bikes kind of banging into each other as you're going down the road. Let's go ahead and pop our bike off the rack so we can take a better look at the rack itself. So really straightforward. Simply just pull down on the straps. You can swing them up and out of the way. And same thing for this one here. Once it's free, we can reach up and over and slide our bike off. So the cradles here where your bike's frame is going to sit are adjustable, and all 3 sides kind of have a little bit of a different shape. That way you should be able to find a side that really does a great job of accommodating the type of frame that your bike has. One thing I really like is these straps. They're nice and thick and durable. That's something you don't see very often with rubber straps like these. So I think they're going to hold up for quite a while, and you should get some good use out of them. I do suggest so whenever we're not using the rack, just to put them back in place. That way everything stays secure. Now, one thing we do need to think about whenever we have the rack in this position, it is going to extend the overall length of our Cadillac. So if you measure, find out exactly how much, if you go from the hatch here to the very edge of the rack, looks like it's going to be right at 37 inches. So although the XT4 isn't super long, something you definitely want to keep in the back of your head whenever you're pulling into your garage or maybe even a tight parking spot. But with that being said, the arms actually do fold down into a stored position, and that's going to free up quite a bit of room. Super simple. Right there, we're just going to have a pin and clip and pull that out. Fold those arms down. Then you're going to want to put that pin and clip back in if you plan on driving around with it like this. And as you can see now, freed up quite a bit of room actually. It looks like down here is probably going to be the furthest point. Take that same measurement. Might be a little easier if I go from the middle here. And in this position, it only looks like it's going to extend about 13 inches. So with it like this, really don't see it giving you any problems at all when you do go to pull into your garage or even a tight spot. One thing I do really like about this rack is that the shank actually comes out quite a bit, and that's really useful, especially for cars that don't have great clearance like our Cadillac, for example. So Because of that, it's going to give us all this extra space here that we need, and we don't need to worry about any interference or anything like that. This is going to work with those 2-inch by 2-inch receiver tube openings like we have here today on our XT4, and it's also going to come included with a anti-rattle bolt. And what that's going to do is eliminate any slop or play here in the connection point. So kind of give you an example on how that works. Say if we're going down the road, hitting some bumps, you can see that the rack is going to move with our Cadillac and not on its own. And that's just going to keep the ride inside nice and quiet like it should be. So at the end of the day, a rack you really can't go wrong with. I really like this one. It's super easy to use and a fantastic way to carry around a lot of bikes. That way you and your friends and your family can hit the trails together. And in my opinion, I think it looks really good on the back of the Cadillac. And if you're anything like me, you want to see the product you're looking at in action. So let's go ahead and load this up with some bikes, take it on the test course, and see how it does. This is our test course. Let's start with the slalom. This shows side-to-side action, such as turning corners or evasive maneuvering. Then, onto our alternating speed bumps. This shows twisting action, such as hitting curbs, potholes, road debris, or even uneven pavement. Last of all, the solid speed bumps. This shows up and down action, such as driving through a parking lot or parking garage, or driving in and out of a driveway. And that'll finish up our look at of the CURT Premium Hitch-mounted bike rack on our 2020 Cadillac XT4.